All right, guys, welcome on board. This is Football Yarn episode 63, and we are still taking it from our last episode when we had the whole talk about pressure swallowing the big teams, and football has a funny way of exposing everyone at the same time. At the top of our table is testing Arsenal's ambition, and in the middle, it's questioning United, Chelsea, and Liverpool quest for the Champions League journey, and at the bottom as well. It's giving so many drama and much more. And right now in the Premier League, it seems like every layer is under pressure. But we at Football Yarn on episode 63, we are not under pressure. We are cool, calm, and collected. And that's why you can see Mr. Lake on man of 4 bullets. Cool, calm, collected. CCC. Man of many inspiration. Welcome on board Football Yarn episode 6 and 3.
Thank you to you. A man of many inspiration. I talk, I say it.
Tell them.
Position of love. Remember, I talk, I say it. I talk
Tell
to
them.
Gadola life change. I talk to everybody. Everybody life will change.
Tell them.
Every life changer. Thank you. Thank you. I come back to Football Yarn.
Now the new you be this. You're cool. I mean, you just try act these scripts.
This I don't shout. Cool today. Cool. I'm a good guy. I don't change my race.
Lekon is cracking AY. Why are you so cracked up? I mean, Lekon doesn't look like it to you.
If you just start generator, maybe immediately go the hot now.
Who can be generator for it?
You go reason out yourself. If you first start generator now, any engine way you first start, nobody immediately go start the hot. You go leave them small, you go start the heat up. That's only called the B. Anytime we start them, you go first cool. You go be like saying a better person you see. But later on, you're gonna see the true color. But away from all of that, it's good to be back again on Football Yarn after a very beautiful weekend that we had. And the weekend was loaded with fantastic football matches from Old Trafford to Emirates, to the game between Manchester City and Leeds United. We had loads of beautiful games, and this week also promises to bring us very important matches and very fantastic matches, because obviously we are coming to the end of the league, and when it gets to this stage, you get to see upsets, you get to see the boys, of course, will be separated from the men. So you get to see fantastic matches all around the world. And of course, Football Yarn promises to give you all the best. So it's good to be back here again.
Leko, how you doing? I need to ask that again. Is the words that have proceeded from Ayo? I mean, do you want to banter to that, or you just want to remain on your CCC mode?
No, it's just heartbreaking. Why they come generator? So I don't know what you mean by generator. But I'm cool. This is new me. I've changed many lives, and I've imparted in many ways, and I've done many things. So I don't have to prove myself again to anybody.
All right, guys, quickly. We don't have to prove anything for anybody, but quickly, let's talk about picking it up bit by bit. Now, I mean, Arsenal sitting pretty at the top. I mean, maybe the word not pretty, because we can't just stop talking about.
I think they're just 2.5 points now.
Yeah, 5 points.
5 points.
2 points.
No, it's 5 points.
It's
5 points.
Now
5 points.
It's 5.
It's 5.
City have a game in hand.
Yes, it's 5 points.
Sure.
All right. So but before we move to that, let's start from. We are still in London, but let's start from the blue side of London. Chelsea ownership. I mean, we fault this to what they are facing to maybe as something of ownership, or maybe it's wrong management. And we start talking about Chelsea in this light since when we had the Russian guy with the big money talking about Mr. Roman Abramovich, and since then it's been as if they have just been going through some kind of try and error, and we are asking the question, like, is it perhaps if this change of ownership did not happen, would it have been this case for Chelsea?
Absolutely not. Something that was peculiar with Abramovich back then was, if it wasn't working, you would definitely change it. He didn't hesitate to sack managers who weren't doing well. And, it trickles down from top to bottom. Abramovich would give you everything and anything. As a manager, he'll give you everything. Back then, give Chelsea Chogba, give them fantastic footballers. But since he's left, the new management have come in, things have gone from good to bad. Decisions have been shocking, and you have to question the ambition of the Chelsea board. You have to question the players that have been brought in, because you look at the investment, look at their player choices. Chelsea spent about £100 million on Garnacho and Gittins, and City spent almost the same amount on Gay and Semenyo, and same value, different qualities. And look at where City are, look at where Chelsea are, and look at what those two players, Semenyo and Gay, have brought in to City. Since they've come in, since Gay has been brought in, City haven't lost a game. Look at Garnacho and the other guys. So you have to question the players they brought in, and you have to question their choices.
All right, quickly. Let me come to you now. I mean, billions has been spent. Nobody say Chelsea no they spend money, then they spend money. I mean, nobody say they never. We know say they change managers. They don't change managers, but still, expectations no change. But still, results still unstable. So it's saying na ownership confusion be this, or na just manager wey they collect, wey they incompetent.
Manager get your own fault, and the ownership get your own fault. Then when I heard the news that they want to change the management to Todd Boehly, I was a little bit skeptical, because this man is not. He's American. He's an American. So he's a little bit. To me, it doesn't make sense, because this man, he invests on American sports. You understand? Coming to England and coming to bring all that money and buying young players, giving them a long-term deal, 6 years, 7 years. To me, it doesn't make sense. That only works in NBA.
So wetin they try talk say that man no sabi, no sabi the business.
That one fit work for basketball, fit work for other this thing, but football.
So now, Lekon, you are blaming this on.
I'm blaming this on the management, and I'm blaming it on the owner, because they don't know what they want.
So I mean, what influence does this long-time player do? I mean, maybe when a player signs 5 years, 7 years. I mean, does it look like everybody just they come pack the money?
They feel comfortable. They feel too comfortable. No fighting spirit again. They feel too comfortable. That's it. You can't tell me that you give Jackson 6 years, 7 years. Jackson, what Jackson they play?
Nabo.
You got the now you make it and they fight anyhow. They do anyhow for that time. What Jackson they play? You give Palmer 9 years. Why you won't keep Palmer for there?
Code Palmer.
Why you won't? You give all of them. You give them 6 years. 6 years. Why? It's too much. Going back to the managerial side now, the manager. I can't blame him too much, but I'll still blame him on the same listen now, on the same wavelength now. That you can't allow someone to beat you 3 times and tell him that you are a good manager. See, I don't have patience to tell me to. You can't in one season. It's not in the space of 2 months. Someone beat you 3 times and you are saying you are a good manager. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The management has issue in discipline. You saw the player now, because all of them they like inexperienced player. They be inexperienced. All of them inexperienced. The oldest here now, 26 or 28. The oldest. And now two player, na Cucurella and Sanchez. Now them 28. Inexperienced. They don't get experience at all. But you know see what they play for a weekend.
All right. Now. I don't know why I want to support. This still boils down to what we were talking about last time, and I'm going to bring this to AY now. I mean, last time we were talking about how managers need time. I mean, no doubt, say Chelsea, since Alaye Roman come out, they've made managers change. Now I want to focus on the managers. When managers change happen in a club frequently, definitely there will be tactical system change. There will be dressing room change. I mean, there will be accountability resets, just like what, but don't you guys think that every coach needs time? But constant changing of manager, Is that not erasing Chelsea continuity to get growth in this process?
Yeah, I think, um, of course, every manager needs time, and you know, you have to give them time to settle in. You have to give them time to get the players they want, and they've got to be targets for the season. But Chelsea, you have to. I don't think it's solely down to the managers. I mean, they've brought in some fantastic managers in the past. Even since Bluco acquired the club, they've they've changed Tuchel, brought in Potter, brought in Lampard. Maresca came in, won them titles. We won them the Club World Cup and of course the Conference League. I think it's not solely down to the manager. I think Chelsea board, they have the biggest of the blame because like I said, you have to question the players they brought in. You can't bring in players of same age. There has to be some experience in there. They have to players who can lead the ship. I think the Chelsea players, the Chelsea team, obviously lack leadership. That's what they had in the past. They had that leadership in Lampard, Drogba. Even of late, they had it in Thiago Silva. They had it in Cesar Azpilicueta. But when you look at this crop of Chelsea team, you have to look at the oldest
I
players.
cannot ask you, who provide leadership? This leadership you're talking about, who provides it in the team?
In as much the manager is the head of everything, right? You need some players who can handle the dressing room. And who are these players at Chelsea? Enzo, what's his name?
Enzo Fernandez. No, now this is it. If a manager knows or is aware that he needs a leadership, why is the manager not getting that leadership in his dressing room?
Obviously, we look at that Chelsea team. The managers are not in charge of transfers. It boils down to Todd Boehly or whoever is in charge. He made a statement some couple of days ago. I'm talking about Todd Boehly now. He said when he first came in, the sporting directors and every other person had left, so they needed to get in players. So he was talking about how Chelsea acquired Cucurella. He said he didn't know anything about him, and obviously he didn't know anything about football, right? But he got Cucurella based on the fact that City also wanted him. So that has to tell you that this Chelsea board and whoever is controlling the club, they have no clue of what is happening in the world of football. They are just bringing in players for the sake of it because the money is there. Because they have spent a lot of money, and when you look at the money they've spent, those money could actually be used on better players.
Yes.
But look at the crop of players they've brought in. Players who I think, of course, in future they could become something great. But Chelsea are not Brentford. No disrespect to Brentford. No disrespect to Leeds United. They are not those kind of teams. They are a team that should be competing for the big trophies. They are a team, and it's just if you've spent over $1 billion, it should be competing for the title, not at this stage sixth on the log. So they've spent enough money for them to compete for the title, but obviously the players they've brought in are not good enough, for the chase.
All right, guys, quickly, let's move away from that. We'll stick with talking about the Premier League as we move away from Chelsea, as they are still finding their identity. We can't talk about the race for the final 3 Champions League spots in the Premier League. I mean, it's looking like a tough 4-way battle between Manchester United, Aston Villa, Liverpool, and this particular Chelsea. And because it seems like Arsenal and Man City already securing the 2 top spots now. I mean, good looks. We've talked about this. I mean, proceeding from the result we have just in the last week as well. And we need to talk about Manchester United, but in form of Michael Carrick. I mean, he has not lost any game. What is he doing differently? We can't talk about that man is enough. Because when this team were doing bad, we were punching them. Now they are not doing too bad.
Carrick has exposed Amorim. To me now, Amorim a time at Anfield at Old Trafford. He's clueless. He's a very, very clueless, confusing, and disrupting person. That wants to come and that's trying to antagonize all the players. I'm sure that if Rashford, them Sancho's are still here, they will do very well under Carrick. This man, Amorim as what I feel they cry. But what Amorim has done, no, I don't pray it should happen again in our entire this thing. Carrick has changed Man U. Carrick has brought Man U back. There's something even at times now you see Man U that Man U will not play very well, but they still got that confidence there. Like I'm talking about that Crystal Palace game. Man U when they scored us, I wasn't shaken. I was telling my uncle, I wasn't shaken. I was like okay we'll still win this match. And we won. And that's the fighting spirit, that's the mentality. You know, this thing, it's amazed that I'm just looking like, okay, this is the same team under Murray, and this same.
Let me cut you in now. I mean, in this race, we know how this race always happen.
Yeah.
It's obvious, and we are so sure that somewhere between March and May, someone will blink.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm coming. I want. Do you see Michael Carrick and United blinking?
Man United cannot not blink.
No,
this is why I said that Man United will not blink. This is why I said that because now, Man United is only focusing on Premier League alone, and so they have all the time of their life to prepare. If they lose any match now, he has to face consequences because Man United is not they are not playing anything. Their main focus is on Premier League alone, and Man United they are consistent. Tell me, nobody has seen what Bruno has been. See, for the past 5 years now, no midfielder is better than Bruno in the Premier League. Let me put it in the last 3 years. Nobody is better than Bruno. He's doing very well, scoring having more than 100 assists, 100 goals, and nobody can compete. Man, we are finishing top 3.
All right. Lekon, Ayo. I mean, just like I said, Michael Carrick, 23 points in 9 games.
Well, I think that is absolutely incredible. I think he's coming and he's steadied the ship, and I think the players trust him. Obviously, even at times when United looked confused. For example, the game against West Ham, the game against Crystal Palace, they still found a way to get something out of those games. But I think if you're talking about teams that are going to make it to the Champions League, United will make it because they have less games to worry about. Their major focus is basically on the league, and they have to play 1 game per week. And you have to look at the likes of Aston Villa who are dropping points at this present moment, and it is obviously a bad time for Aston Villa to drop point. And you look at Liverpool who have picked up form at the right time. They keep winning. The last time they lost, I think that was against City. Chelsea who are also dropping form of late, and this is a bad time to drop form. But I think the club that will possibly miss out is Aston Villa, because when you look at the games they still have, they have to play on Thursday and they still have to play on Sunday. So they've got a lot of games to worry about. When the games start coming thick and fast in April, May.
So if I get you guys right now, which means Man U doesn't have any excuse not to make it to the Champions League.
I think they will make it to the Champions League.
Now let's say they did not make it to the Champions League. I mean, let's say, they blinked. How does that affect Michael Carrick's scorecard?
Well, it would absolutely affect his chances of getting the job on permanent basis.
Do you guys even want to give him the job?
No. I think making it to the Champions League and putting United, because when he got the job, United were 7th, I think, or 6th. 11 points behind Aston Villa. Yeah. And at the end of the day, if you're getting 3rd, and also usurping Aston Villa, I think that increases your chances of getting the job on permanent basis. And you have to look at the options in the market, and you have to look at the future surrounding those managers. Thomas Tuchel, according to reports, looks like he's going to sign a new deal with the English national team. Ancelotti, who is also an option for United, looks like he's going to sign a new deal. The only manager who I think is available,
Zidane.
no. I don't think Zidane will take the United job.
It's
Julian
tilting towards France.
Nagelsmann, I think Zidane might get the Real Madrid job again. Julian Nagelsmann, I think, is also an option, but I don't think United would, after Carrick makes it to the Champions, I don't think United would want to let Carrick slip off their hands. I think he's going to get the job, but only if he qualifies United for the Champions League.
They come. 120 seconds before we get away. I mean, you are United faithful. I mean, you're Michael Carrick, PA. I mean, but now things are going sweet and smooth and sailing well. But what happens when the ship capsized with Michael Carrick? I mean,
Toby, Man United and Carrick, I know like Arsenal. We don't bottle it. We don't bottle things. We go for it. You see, I tell you something. Before I talk, I shout like generator. I tell you something. We are winners. The mentality is different. The game, see, you can see the man management. See, this man is, see, and at the same time, I want to give, because I don't say too much. I want to give accolades to the what do they call them? But the management. Ineos, what do they do? They see, when you look at all those players under Amorim, they look like bad signing. You get, but when you look at them under Carrick, this is different. The only player that I feel like is a mistake was to sign. Now only Ugarte. But all the rest, they're good signing under Carrick. And though we see some reinforcement, but this man is doing something well. And if he can finish top 3, he will finish top 2. I don't must. I'm pushing too much. But if I can finish top 3, I don't see nobody else.
all right, guys. Talking about pushing now, let's push this up. Lekon has pushed us too much. I mean, let's come to City now. Since we are in Manchester, we've moved from London. Now we've moved to Manchester. Guy, Erling Haaland don't get injury. And the talk where they happen for football fans street now in BC. This will be booster to Arsenal title chance.
Even though Haaland will not score, but there's you miss some runs, some tackles, some this thing that.
So you don't think that football fans are just overreacting to a minor injury? I mean, they are just overreacting because Haaland get injury. Now they talk say because Haaland don't get injury. Now you don't they look like say Arsenal will win the league.
Yeah, that's what it has come to now. You mean that Arsenal? See, you know supposed to get. I also was there. They talk to this camera. They make this kind of conversation because now I'm waiting at it and that's not turn to. No, it can't be.
Waiting they don't turn to.
It can't be leading everybody with 9 points and lose everything. So
are they supposed to have an unbeaten season?
If you see a winning team or a successful team, it's not about sometimes you not even play. See my game against Everton.
But why you gonna use your save adjusted? I better come up for there. Ay, may we face you.
Yeah,
wait, ay. No mind. If City keep winning without him, does this conversation die?
No, it doesn't. Well, look, the truth is, obviously, Haaland is one of the best players in the world, and top 3, top 2, best number 9 in the world, and every team would feel his absence. But the truth is, City have brought in a player that has come in and has scored some vital goals for them and has been instrumental in Semenyo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Semenyo came at the right time, and I think Semenyo is enough for whatever City are going to produce this season concerning the title. But I don't think this is down to Haaland. I think City as a team, they've not been absolutely convincing. And this is not done. And we're talking about Haaland, one of the best players in the world. But in the last few games, he's been struggling to score goals. And as a matter of fact, in 2026, he has not scored so many goals.
Why? I go ask you the same question where I actually come. Why be say Arsenal title hope is dependent on City weakness instead of their own dominance? And is it not? I mean, why would football fans like Lekon be saying that because Haaland is injured and that's a major booster to Arsenal winning the league?
Let me ask you a question, Toby.
Don't ask me a question. I'm the one asking the question. You don't get to ask me the question here.
Okay. Let me put it this way. If either, let's say both Gabriel and Saliba, God forbid, they both get injured now, what do you think happens to City's title chances, and what do you think happens to Arsenal's title hopes?
You're comparing two players. Isn't that bad that you have to compare two players?
How vital both players are for either clubs. As vital as Haaland is to City, is the same way Gabriel and Saliba are both vital to Arsenal. Or tomorrow Raya gets injured. So that is how vital these players are to their teams. Haaland is very vital to City. So it increases Arsenal title chances because also City cannot overly depend on Semenyo getting the goals week in, week out. You don't know, as much Haaland hasn't scored so many goals in 2026. He's one of the best players in the world. That's something about world-class players. They can just pick up form and start scoring goals. And that has been evident in the last 3 years since Haaland came to City. It's been very, very tough to whatever they've won. So Haaland being injured, I think some way, somehow, helps Arsenal's title chances.
All right, now, Lekon, I no go green. Because anytime we don't talk Manchester United, now so you two they do. I be a lie. So now, me, if Haaland injury doesn't change the table, I mean, I don't think it should change his psychology. But now, does this injury shift pressure entirely into Arsenal? Or are we going to say if Arsenal stretch the gap in absence of Erling Haaland, is it not somehow for football fans to say that now because say that time where Haaland get injury, City can't they lose? Now why not win the league be that?
See, Toby, even before you finish the say where we want to talk, I don't know what you want. I don't know where you want to land. See, EPL Premier League, they get one agenda this season, and then agenda what they get is to make Arsenal win the Premier League. So, no matter what anybody tell me, or no matter what anybody talk, I see this agenda very evidently against Chelsea.
What are evidence?
That ball na penalty. Even a blind man can see it.
But Lekon, we've always talked about VAR inconsistency. We're still here arguing with AY on Soboslai and so many things.
No, evidently.
No, manager, the producer wants us, we need to get out of the studio early. And you agree.
They ask me. They ask me because I answer you. They best on me. See, now three offense happen for that place. Number one, you use your hand, touch ball. Number two, why you go wrap person for why you go wrap am? Na agenda. If you don't give am one foul, you go give am another foul. But they don't give am foul. You can't tell me that VAR or the Disney is blind. It's not to that. You can't tell me. Na agenda. They push them and we go accept. But to me, personally, I feel that this is now still to get them. But the agenda. Either way they push. EPL.
No vex.
So even if we win league now, no be about Haaland again. Now about FA football, English football FA agenda.
Yes.
Nah, Arsenal have been the most consistent team in the league.
And I read that
We are not going to reduce the quality of the team and the work they've put in and the consistency of the team to just the FA wanting Arsenal to win the league or Haaland's absence, aiding Arsenal to winning the title. But it only increases the chances when you have when you're competing against someone and that person loses one of his vital weapons. It increases your chances. When you look at your bench and there's no Haaland, and you look at the pitch and there's no Haaland, it increases your chances. But it doesn't actually reduces Arsenal's quality. No, because Arsenal have been the most consistent team. When you look at how they started the season, and when you look at how they've been able to overcome.
What do you mean by consistency?
Yeah, they've been the most consistent.
They've been the more. Okay, they're consistent. Why? You know, what do you mean the meaning of consistency?
That's the reason why they are top of.
What do you mean which one we talk about? They used 2 points the long game. Now 2 points.
As it stands.
Now 2 points. See.
They've not won.
Now 2 points about.
Lekon, why are you doing like one particular party member?
Consistency is when you are winning, when you like you can win 10 games or 15 games. On the row. See what I'm doing.
Who is top of the league?
See what I'm doing.
Who are the league leaders at this
Are you
moment?
telling me that what's that about?
Okay, guys. We're still talking Arsenal because it's like all through this podcast we've already talked about Arsenal. I mean, but now after the game against Chelsea, Yaya Toure said he was disappointed at the way that game turned out.
Yeah.
I mean, because he felt this is a big game. 3 goals scored from set pieces.
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenal reliance on set pieces has become something. It has even become like a copy and paste for other teams in the EPL. How far can Arsenal rely on this to win the league? Or is this going to be one of the in record back when we want to check? Because I saw on socials during that match, Corner FC everywhere.
Yeah, 3 goals via corners. But you know what? For the neutrals, it might not be the most pleasant game. It might not be the most entertaining game. People want to see goals flying right middle center. People want to see players go 1v1. People want to see flamboyant football. But for Arsenal, I don't think Arsenal would care. Arsenal are doing everything important to win the league, and for a team that have not won the league in like 22, 23 years or 24 years ago, you have to find a way to win the league. I'm not gonna criticize Arsenal too much for scoring via corners. But what has always been my concern is it sustainable? But who is going to? I don't think Arteta is going to care about Arsenal about the corners being sustainable, in as much they are getting vital 3 points from set pieces. But for Yaya Toure, I understand his point of view. I understand that people want to see what derby is all about. People want to see the old derby when there was Drogba, when there was Henry, 1v1 tackles here and there. People don't want to see 3 goals via corners. People want to see goals, regular goals, not goals where both teams have to rely on set pieces, where players being shoved in the box, where goalkeepers are being impeded and all of that. But for Arsenal, I don't think they would care. Honestly, I don't think they would care. They've not won the league. Look, they've not won the league in 24 years. You're not gonna criticize Arteta for saying, okay, this is the way we want to win the league. I remember back in the days, I'm talking about 15, 16 years ago, where Arsenal were being criticized for being soft. People would say Arsenal were bullied because they fielded youthful players.
Okay.
They fielded players who weren't strong enough. For you to win the league, you have to be on top of your game. You have to be, dominant, both in the air and both on ground. And of course, when you're talking about physicality, you have to put in the work, and also in battles you have to be very physical. And Arsenal were a victim of all of this. Back then, they were bullied. I remember Drogba, against Arsenal, he would bully the defense, bully the Arsenal players, SCN and co. So I think Arsenal have also adopted this philosophy, and I think it's working for them. If the FA have not
I know, I agree.
I understand you, but if the FA have not deemed this an offense, I don't know why people are angry that Arsenal win the accounts.
See, Arsenal, Corner FC, are set pieces FC, and they've shown that multiple times. And as a title contender, that's not what you should be doing.
What do you think they should be doing?
See,
if they're not getting the goals,
if you are a winner, you can't tell me that you will use one source to finish to solve your problem.
But if that source is bringing results,
see,
wait, you say it doesn't mean they change them.
Now, even teams now, most teams like me, when they play me, because I'm gonna talk about myself, because I get example for myself.
Where you did?
When they play me, when they play the honorable man, I defend very well. Because I don't know say this now they come.
United is considered by the corner.
See, Arsenal are not exceptional. They've not been exceptional for the last 3 years now. We always know what they will bring. They are boring. They are a boring team.
But
they are a boring team.
But they are in 4 competitions.
For which competitions? Oh my God, they can't win anything. They're shouting that they want to win control. Call 5 for me.
Don't you think we are? It is unfair that we are criticizing Arsenal too much.
No, it's not unfair.
What I'm saying is, if you're competing against City, who have a lot of money to spend, won't you adopt whatever way you know to win the league?
See, why? See, I don't know why you're talking like this.
No, I'm just being fair.
You're not being fair.
No fair.
You know what they call fear? This is not fairness, man. You're talking as if Arsenal do not spend money.
Yeah, of course they've spent.
So why are they complaining? So why they focusing on Sepsi alone?
No, compared to the way City have.
No, very well. See, make us watch you. Why they body? I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect. I don't know. Watching that game, I know how the future will hold. They'll score 7 pieces, and they scored.
And has it not been working for them?
It's burning.
But they've been winning points.
I know it's burning.
For neutrals, I understand. But for Arsenal, do you think Arsenal would care winning via set pieces? I don't think they would care. Honestly, for me, I'm not. Maybe sustainability. I don't know. I don't know if if you want to dominate the league for long, you're going to rely so much on set pieces. But for a team that have not won it in a more than 2 decades now, you're not going to bother yourself about what people say. You always want to find a way to win it. And also, the most important thing is that they have to set a standard. And for you to be able to dominate, you have to, dominate the league for long. First of all, win the league first, right? Then you try to create something after that. But for a team that have not won it in a long while, they need to find a way to win it.
See,
either hook or by a crook. They need to find a way to win.
This is not a way to go about it. This is not a way.
What is the way to go about it?
See, when you want to know a champion, they find every miss. They go beyond the surface. They deep inside.
And is that not what Arsenal have been doing? Going beyond the surface.
You are showing one part. See, you be like saying a rapper. You're probably show one style. You go boring now.
But really, you know what? Before now, I don't think teams were, apart from the Stoke City of this world and the likes, right? I don't think teams were over reliant on set pieces, right? But Arsenal have shown that if Arsenal going to win the league, obviously, I think teams will talk about, and people will talk about how they won the league via corner kicks, right? Is that not going beyond the surface? Because I believe that if you're winning the league by scoring, because I think they've scored about 17, 18 goals via corners. I don't know the figures now.
17, 18, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're scoring 18 goals, and I believe they are still going to score more, and they go on to win the league, and of course, the tag around the league will be Arsenal won the league via corner kicks. Is that not going beyond the surface? Is that not going beyond the norm?
No, it's not. You're not going beyond. You're not going. See, let me see. When I say going deep, is when you find all the means to score. No, you score you score through your attackers. You score through anybody scores, and now you just know for one identity. Just knowing for one style. It's just. Sometimes you watch that match. They will play. The attackers will just carry ball to the corner side. So at the point, no, they will celebrate. What they will launch. They will score. Everybody will jubilate. No, that's not it. That's not what me I want to. That's not what me I want to see. You know how much they are collecting from the phone.
But really, Liko, I understand. But Arsenal fans wouldn't care.
Seriously,
The Arsenal wouldn't care. The players wouldn't care.
Do you know how much they are collecting? When they watch football, how are they collect now?
But make us
sometimes for weekend I watch four times.
Make us ask you this honest question, right?
Ask me now.
If United were playing this way and they're top of the league and they were scoring via corner kicks and whatever, would you be happy?
See,
or would you criticize the way they play?
Why? I don't want to talk too much. But this thing where you talk now, you want to go.
And that question.
No. The question do something for body.
No vex.
No.
I'm just trying to understand if your criticism is coming from a place of authenticity. Authenticity.
Forget that.
Authenticity. Or it's coming from a place of hate.
This is not my trend. But see where the question you ask now. You ask me. I don't go lie for you.
No vex.
Because why you gonna use Coke? The Coke festival.
Who be Zobo now?
That's not Zobo now. I be Coke now. See, you know if they use a winning team, see but they win trophy every time. They compare a winless thing.
They are top of the league. They didn't get to that top without winning games now.
Trophy. When I talk, I say winningless trophy.
Okay, no vex.
What if they use their
but they have a chance of winning. Like
they cannot.
They have chances of going quadruple.
Which one you quadruple?
They are in 4 competitions. They can win the 4 competitions.
They can win the 4 competitions. Why would they win 4 competitions? Even when you go as the pros are going, the season come out.
Do you think they don't have what it takes to win? Okay, what do you think are their chances? And considering the teams they are still gonna face, do you think they don't have enough to get past these teams?
Considering the team that you want to face, let me first start in Premier League. So I don't see Arsenal going. I see Man City winning it with 5 points.
But I feel like Arsenal have played most of their big games. Like, let's analyze their fixtures now. Their big games.
Yeah, Arsenal.
They've played United home and away. They've played Liverpool home and away. They've played Chelsea home and away. They've played Spurs, even though I don't think Spurs are much.
I think they have Man City. I think they have Newcastle.
The only team they've not faced are the team they are competing against, Manchester City. And let's analyze City's game now. City they are here to face Chelsea in the second leg.
You'll be there.
They are here to face Arsenal, obviously.
You'll be there.
Who again? They face Liverpool.
You'll be there.
Okay, of course. I think Chelsea is the only big game left for City.
And I want you to know something, sir. Arsenal, when it comes to bigger club, they'll play. They are very dominant. See the game against Tottenham. I was very impressed when I watched that game. I was very impressed, like even with that striker, what they call him? You call it that one that is not good. That came from Portugal. It's called Brace. You look like everybody shined. And it's a play very well. I was happy for them.
Are you sure you were?
I was happy for them. I came here that day. I said, let's give.
Because we know you for something. You always. You start your conversation with I'm very happy with Arsenal. then later on you start by bringing out different eats and here and there and start I don't know. I don't want to.
All that done. No.
It's not bringing the eats to Arsenal.
What? See, when they face, when they face bigger team, they beat them. They show their dominance. With the first leg of this, they destroyed.
But they showed it in the Champions League too.
It destroyed. But when it comes to the lower club, the mid-table club, see like Wolves, like all those. See, after they fumble, and that's not even anything to me.
Okay, what do you think they should do?
See,
for them to win the league.
If you watch the press conference, I don't know if you watch the press conference when they ask Adela, what should Adela do?
So really, is it nothing concern?
So
nothing concern. But we popular.
I'm been therapist now, so I don't talk to him. Not to concern me.
Okay.
Not to concern me.
But I think they have enough to win the league. Honestly, for me personally, I think they have enough, and I think the injury to Haaland might just play a huge role in Arsenal winning the league. I think that would possibly boost Arsenal's chances.
Hopefully we'll see.
And also, I think they have enough to win the Champions League. And also, I think they have the luck of the draws. Because when you look at where they are, and when you compare it to, when you look at the right side from...
They're facing Leverkusen, right?
Yeah, they are facing Leverkusen. And I think their major... The major problem they are going to have, which I still don't think is going to be a major problem, because the team they possibly would face later on could be between Barcelona and Barca, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. But I think they have enough to.
And you think Leverkusen is just a?
I think they have enough to. They'll be Leverkusen.
They're Rabbi.
No, they'll be Leverkusen. I think Arsenal will be Leverkusen. They have enough to be Leverkusen. But I think, but for Barcelona, who I think have problem also defending set pieces. I think that is where Arsenal will get the best against them. For Atleti, of course, one will cancel one.
See, when you jump to the gun now, I said they'll finish. They will beat Leverkusen. I don't understand.
They have enough to beat.
I don't see. Guys of these days, and you guys that you just come to the camera and say something that you don't want to say.
No.
See, no. Me. Now me they look am. I go take the obvious for you. Leverkusen is good. Yeah, that striker. And they fear me.
Against Arsenal.
That guy, she can go guy.
Can he hold his own?
That guy sabi. Forget that. I won't get play. They was forget. I more die at the best.
No wala.
Alright guys,
see what happens.
Shane, I know if you say maybe quickly talk about Tottenham. They be like say they go enter relegation.
Those ones.
See, I told you.
Those ones.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you that you go to that local coin.
You go to
they see. It looks like Tottenham. They want to make him scapegoat, because I don't see why they signed him. I don't see any reason. That guy, you can't sign that guy.
But for me, I feel like they are not gonna get relegated.
They are going to get relegated. With this one that they are doing.
You know why? You know the reason why Spurs are going to be safe. The other team, the teams below them are also terrible. Look at the weekend. Spurs lost.
Yeah.
West Ham lost. Nottingham Forest lost.
Yeah.
Burnley, I think Burnley drew.
No,
they lost 4-3.
That game should be.
The only team. But also Wolves. I think Wolves drew. They won. I think they won. They won 2-0. They beat Aston Villa. They beat Aston Villa on Friday. So
I was surprised with that.
Obviously, Wolves are far off.
Yeah.
I think they are just 13 points.
Yes, 13.
So the teams below Spurs are also terrible. So that's the only reason Spurs might be safe.
Why?
For those ones.
Miracle can happen.
Come on there.
That's it. The other one, Burnley, I've been waiting for.
Spurs are on 29. Spurs are on 29, right?
19.
Nottingham Forest are on 27. West Ham are on 25.
How many games remain?
I think we have about 9 games.
Miracle can happen. That's 27.
But the other teams are also losing. That's where the problem is. If those ones can just string up 2 victories on a bounce, maybe. But you can't put your money on West Ham to win their next game. You can't even put your money on Nottingham Forest to win their next game. So I think that is where the problem is. If the other teams can also at least try to win their next game, maybe that'll put pressure on Spurs. But for now, I think Spurs will be safe.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's a wrap. This is Football Yan, and please don't forget that the conversations continue away from here, guys. Now football with the Yan, we know the what.
No, you need.